Solomon Brothers is an investment bank that was once one of the largest Wall Street bulge bracket financial service companies. Solomon Brothers offers a wide array of financial services, but the bank's legacy was established through its fixed income trading department. Now, Solomon Brothers faces imminent collapse unless certain practices are reformed.
I want to start this out by asking a simple interview question that I'm sure you're all familiar with. What is your biggest weakness? Ask that question a million different times, and you'll get a million different answers. The only commonality is that they'll all be fabricated to emphasize a strength. We work too hard or we're too dedicated, right? As human beings, truth is all too often the enemy. However, observing it is necessary to improvement. It can be difficult to look at your own firm's flaws when asked. They're not gold-plated or sparkling with diamonds. They're the plaque that's built up under a professionally polished set of teeth. The grime. Well, to save you some discomfort, we're not here to ask you the truth. Instead, we're here to tell you the truth and offer a solution. Put quite frankly, your culture is the problem. In the time it took for me to finish my spiel, your employees have already played a few rounds of poker, bullied the new interns, and made a few $100s doing so. They've effectively done everything but their job. Needless to say, you've hired a pretty unreliable crew. Debauchery and consumption dictate the world you've set up. Despite their Ivy League education, technical skills are out the window quicker than they came in. Their absence leaves a comfortable space for raunchy jokes and drug knowledge. You command an army of blank minds in tailored suits. But they look the part, right? The facade of your company is stunning. A pair of sparkly white teeth. However, the plaque, your employees' behavior and lack of technical skill will eventually rot your organization from the inside out. Now I'll hand this off to my colleague John, who will dive further into the problems embedded within your company.
The organizational culture of Solomon Brothers is one that is very unhealthy, and if left alone, the company can fail just as Enron did. Pressures of dealing with high-stake trades early on has led employees to drug usage and binge eating. There is also bullying going on where senior members gamble and harass with new recruits and interns. The organization is extremely money-hungry, and the competitiveness among employees is destroying any sense of team building.
As the landscape of the financial industry has been shifting, Solomon Brothers needs to follow suit. There will be severe repercussions if Solomon Brothers does not alter their organizational culture to meet the demands of their changing industry. From an employee level, traders and analysts with little experience and skill can succumb to the pressures of dealing with high-stakes trades early on in their professional careers. To cope with the stress of their day-to-day operations, employees have begun to exhibit erratic types of behavior, such as binge eating, use of prescription and other hard drugs, as well as other abnormal quirks. An overly competitive, money-hungry type of organization is frankly unhealthy. With no concern for the overall economy and all eyes on profits, Solomon Brothers must change the way their organization operates. Companies such as Enron serve as a classic example of how toxic a poor organization can become. Driven by pure greed and competition, Enron became self-destructive. This led to fraudulent activity and their ultimate downfall. Why is this so important? With a growing share of the market, if Solomon Brothers were to crumble, they wouldn't be the only ones who would suffer. The rest of the economy is at stake, and Solomon Brothers has disregarded this for far too long. Now, Wesley will show you how he can help Solomon Brothers change.
We propose a three-step solution by changing organizational culture. First and foremost, senior members will require additional training in what is needed in creating a healthier environment. Team building exercises will help facilitate a cooperative environment. Also, establishing a counseling department will allow management to identify situations regarding bullying.
The life of a trader is highly demanding, and it often causes people to engage in unhealthy lifestyles to deal with the stress that comes with the job. This is the case with your firm, where the traders often take part in rampant drug abuse and binge eating in order to keep up with their workload. There's also a rampant amount of immaturity within the company. Insults are thrown around the workplace, spitballs are shot at one another, and no trader is encouraged to work with others. This fosters a culture of selfishness and greed that can only lead to further damage in your company's future. We propose that Solomon Brothers openly acknowledges its poor corporate culture and takes steps to create a system of organizational learning. Drawing from Children's Hospital's program of organizational change, Solomon Brothers should attempt to create a healthier, more team-oriented environment. Solomon Brothers should incorporate a type of blame-free counseling, so the traders who are destroying their bodies can find some sort of respite from their workload. The traders would admit to their unhealthy lifestyle and go through steps to balance their workload in a healthy manner. Also, team-building exercises will be incorporated in order to facilitate a cooperative instead of competitive environment. Currently, there is heavy emphasis placed on individual success at the expense of others, and this needs to shift towards teamwork and group-focused achievement. By targeting the crux of the problem instead of glossing over it, your firm will begin the process of changing its organizational culture. The traders at your firm are deeply ingrained in this culture of selfishness, and fundamental changes need to be made in order to promote a team environment where people do not turn to addiction in order to deal with their intense stress. However, this problem cannot be deemed one-sided. Senior employees are just as much at fault for allowing and even encouraging inappropriate behavior. Therefore, we propose a training session for all senior members to learn how to create and cultivate a healthy organizational culture. The compliance of top-level managers is necessary to demonstrate to employees that we're all in this together. Once the training sessions are finished, the full recovery of your firm begins.
Implementing these changes will require financing. We expect training of senior employees to cost around $1,200 per employee. We will also need to restructure our current management, and we estimate this would cost around $149,000. Establishing a counseling department will cost us initially $294,000 and $54,000 per year to maintain it.
In the growing financial markets, culture and professionalism, or unprofessionalism in Solomon's case, have an enormous impact on all the players in the market and can differentiate a firm from its competitors. The problem within the organization does not just arise out of nowhere. It is a problem that starts at the top level of management and is therefore adopted by all level employees because it is commonplace at the firm. As times change, the organization's culture must follow suit and change as well. The Solomon Brothers facade is crumbling as the plaque thickens. We've reached a point in your firm's legacy where reconstructing is a necessity. It's time to make a choice. Do you want to look the part as you self-destruct, or do you want to exist long enough to watch your competitors do so? I thought so. Now, let's discuss our future.
In a continuously evolving financial market, it is crucial to stay ahead of competitors, and professionalism, along with a good organizational culture, is often a competitive advantage. Solomon Brothers is not in a good position at the moment, but implementing this organizational change strategy will ensure survival in this highly competitive market.